Is that a hook into whatever your web browser in order to do this on LinkedIn?
Well, there's a possibility we may be live. I'm going to go ahead and do a local recording. I'm going to resume the recording here. We can always upload the conversation later. And I'm not sure what the problem was on this, but that's something I can look at later. So resuming the recording, and I'm going to go ahead and record to local as well and do a screen share here. So this is AI Agents.box. This is day 60 of our 180-day live stream challenge. And help me out with the maths here. Does that mean that we're a third of the way done? Or to our marathon challenge with 180 days, 60? Is that right?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. So this is a exciting conversation. We were having some conversations yesterday surrounding is the American dream dead and continuing to lean into that. This is going to be our American dream campaign. And I'm not sure, how are you liking this video thumbnail that's on the screen?
I like it. It's cool.
I'm not sure about the yin and the yang. We also, I created this Google Docs here. Also updated our WEO network link tree and our Hacker House link tree, making this a little bit bigger here. The Hacker House one doesn't have a whole lot of details on it because Hacker House is a very preliminary conversation. So, and over here on the We Own Network link tree, I also added some collaboration with Pizza DAO as far as some conversations that are unfolding there. So, anyway, to summarize the thoughts around the American Dream campaign, and let me throw in a link here. I'm going to just throw a link in with this Google Docs right here, copy link, and let me find the restream. So it'll be interesting to see if this actually goes live or updates whatever it may, but whatever. So link to our Google Docs. And this is for the American Dream campaign. We own AI agents. All right, putting
I
that
like
in
that. I
there.
like the American Dream thing. I think that's cool.
Yeah, as far as the image here, and I'm not going to take credit for this. This is something that we need to do. This is something that I scraped off of the internet. So this is something that we need to see if it's copyrighted, because otherwise we should probably get another image. I absolutely like it as well compared to, it's got a little bit of erosion here, or what could be perceived as erosion on the font or the writing for the American Dream. And I think that that's probably realistic sentiment based
It's
upon
stressed. It's
what's that?
distressed. It's distressed.
Yes, absolutely. So this is going to be an interesting thing to have a conversation around. And really, like a conversation that Mike and I were having is the opportunity for us to create a what do you call it? Like a social ad, whether it's on LinkedIn, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram. And primarily we're targeting when you think about that we could potentially use this workflow for a mechanism to prioritize potential candidates for the Hacker House. And this could also be a value proposition that we could put forward around the ownership that we're looking to create. So the thoughts are is to create an ad and then to promote a webinar, and then through the webinar is where we would onboard people into our network, We Own Network membership, a bundle opportunity at a $47 price point. And one of the main benefits of being a member within We Own Network is attending the upcoming on-chain bootcamp in Boulder on March the 20th, where we've got the Boulder Library reserved from 4 to 7, where we're looking to do our 2 hour on-chain boot camp from 4:30 to 6:30. So that's kind of a high level, and this is some of the things that Mike took note of when we were having our conversation earlier, and this is where we can work on cleaning this up and putting it in context here within the Google document.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, we can add to it, whatever you guys think.
So, since looking at doing Reddit, I'm wondering if we should do a Reddit. This is a brand new Reddit subreddit that created earlier for my IRA. I'm kind of wondering if it would make sense to do a We Own subreddit. Let me see if there's one right now. We Own. Community not found. So, what do you think about like just creating a new community? And if that's something that we think we should do, that's something as an action item that I can take after the conclusion of our conversation today.
Yeah, how do you leverage Reddit?
So, when you think about like Reddit being one of the top 10 sites on the internet,
Well, lost your
oh yeah, I if I coughed in your ear, my apologies. I thought I pressed the but the thoughts around Reddit is that we could create potentially advertising on Reddit, and I think that it would potentially naturally have spillover, and then just having a mechanism because I'm not sure, it's always easier to go where people are having worthwhile conversations than get them to have conversations in a new place. Like,
Yep, I got it.
does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a great idea. I haven't played with Reddit very much, so I'm new to it.
Yeah, and I've been on Reddit for I think this will be my 14th year. Let me see here. Profile for Yonks. Cake Day, March 24th, 2011. So pretty close to year 14 on Reddit.
Cool.
So create a We Own subreddit. Uh, Not sure how this will be used. And this is where, whether we do advertising on Reddit or wherever, like, because one of the things that's very different about what we're looking to do with the American Dream campaign here is that I really believe that we can onboard people that aren't Web3 natives. Because, like, let's be honest here, so far in 2025, we've been primarily focused on my IRA, where we're looking to primarily onboard Web3 natives. And really, the goal with our American Dream campaign is to onboard people primarily in Boulder, primarily in the 18 to 25-year-old. And if I had to narrow it down even more, I would say probably in the 18 to 21-year-old demographic, talking about either the college or the no college trajectory there. And I'm not sure what we want to do as far as our potential ads. I'm not going to pretend or proclaim to be a social media advertising expert. And this is one of the things that we can potentially experiment with. One of the things, let's actually just do this real quick. And I'm going to go in an incognito window to Trends. And I don't know who else has used Google Trends.
I've never seen it.
Well, see, this is one of the fun things that you get when you roll up in a working group with Yonks. You get exposure to all kinds of stuff. And it'll come in because I wasn't even talking or planning to talk about Google Trends. But let's do a search for American Dream. Explore. And let's dial this out to the past 12 months. and see what this looks like. And I'm not sure if this gives how many people are looking for this, and I don't know if this number here. Let me try doing the American Dream search term. Let me see if this amplifies the. I think this is percentage here. See what's trending right now. SpaceX, Warriors versus Nets, sports, Gavin Newsom. Um, uh, so this is also places that are searching. So Colorado's pretty low on this list. Let's see if this gives us anything. When was the American Dream created? Let me break this out in another tab. Or let me actually just do a search term on this or in a Google search.
Wasn't that after the war?
The American Dream is a phrase referring to purported national ethos of the United States that every person has the freedom and opportunity to succeed and attain a better life. The phrase was popularized by James Truslow Adams during the Great Depression in 1931 and has had different meanings over time. And one of the things that just resonated with me right here has had different meanings over time. And I think that that's an interesting thing about where we're at is that I think a lot of people are disillusioned about some of the potentially baby boomer narratives around the white picket fence and go to college and get a great job dynamic and the opportunity for us to really embrace this technology evolution with AI agents and really create infrastructure that allows people to own their own AI agency, I think can really create new opportunities for any person that embraces this model that we're putting forward. And it looks like that this is just a that was just the copy or the blurb there from American Dream on Wikipedia. Is what I just read right here. Originally, the emphasis was on democracy, liberty, and equality, but more recently has been on achieving material wealth and upward social mobility. So that was from A Brief History of the American Dream from thebushcenter.org. Is that where we were at, Tyler, here recently? Or was that a different place? Not sure. So let me throw this in the restream. So this looks like a solid article. So this is the first time that you're hearing this. I am Lotus. How is this resonating with you as far as this campaign, the American dream that we're putting forward here?
Wasn't that the topic yesterday too?
It was, but like here we're talking about creating an actual strategy around that, and this is just more leaning into you know, like putting forward the question, is the American dream dead? And then, like potentially using some methodology for, getting feedback. Like what's a good method for getting feedback? Best open source tool for a transparent
I
poll.
I think nowadays the American dream is what you make it. It's not one thing only. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And I think that here this is where leaning into surrounding positioning the American dream as we own AI agents, where, because you think about like from an inflection point, this is the first time I think in recent history that people will really have the opportunity of owning technology again from a software standpoint.
Because if you ask me, I'm kind of like the head of Ton when he said, I'm not really on the material side. I want to travel the world, meet new people, make a difference. Not much on like have a house and do usual stuff. I'm very much an adventurer. So that's my American dream.
No, and I think that having the capital to do that is like, this, and this goes back to freedom, because when you think about the opportunity to have autonomy either from a time standpoint or a geolocation standpoint, having financial freedom, and this is one of the books that I have wanted to, or have put some thoughts behind, not any efforts, but for freedoms. But yeah, like and this is where, because kind of some thoughts around this is to just, you think about a fun way to bring people in to have a conversation in some manner, and this is one of the things that I think that we can lean into. And as Mike and I were mentioning earlier, if we find out that uh, this campaign doesn't resonate with people, then the opportunity to change directions and move in a different direction for a next campaign after March the 20th is something that we would need to probably do.
Okay.
What was that, Mike?
Nothing. I'm just writing. I'm gonna. I have. I'm gonna ping a social marketing expert, see what they can do. If they will hop on and help us with some of this. I don't want to assume we know what's hot and what's not.
No, and I mean, this is where we can, you know, we
Hopefully,
don't
get
have
them to be
to.
an ambassador, right?
What's that?
Hopefully, get them to be an ambassador.
Yeah, and I think that we definitely need to do a lot of stuff before we're really ready to start just onboarding people as ambassadors.
Mhm.
Because like, people that are contributing to conversations and really, is a different dynamic. Because the goal is to create a replicable model that other ambassadors can follow. But looking here at Slido, this is a enterprise grade solution. I don't know if there's a open source. I don't think that this is very open source, and whether it really matters or not. But like this is something that we could potentially do basic get started for free, because part of the objective is that we're wanting to create a simple dynamic that people can replicate. So let's actually go back to that. Let's create a
I hate to tell you this, Jason, but you're just kind of locked up on LinkedIn. It's showing you, and it's just a picture of you, and yeah.
yeah, I think I might have got the LinkedIn botched, because I don't know if you can start, stop, and then start again. Um, so whatever, it's going to other channels, and I'm fairly certain that it's going to link, or it's going to YouTube, but I'm not sure if it's even going to the right tube. Whatever, like this is the first conversation. We'll be back tomorrow, and the next day, and keep on building conversations around this. So um looking here at the campaign, so let's actually just make a goals here. Rename this goals, and we'll put a uh, goal or target bullseye here. And let's see. Uh, so, what are the goals of this campaign? And my screen share is still working, right? Are you,
I'm.
are you,
Am I locking up? Uh-oh. Oh no.
are you there, Mike?
I'm having issues. I'm locking up a little.
I can hear you both.
Are you seeing my screen share?
I can hear you guys.
I can see it.
Oh, my computer, something's wrong. I just, what is going on? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
I can't see it. My screen just went black. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I've been having issues today. Sorry. I'm not going to be much help. I
Are
can't.
you, if you're able to hear us, like the screen share
Yeah,
is
that's all
probably
I can
not.
do. Sorry, man. Don't want to interrupt. I just,
No, that's
yeah.
all right. We only have the 12 minutes left in our hour here, so let's just jot down some of the goals. And I think that you might have had this. I don't know if you had this here. Vet potential hacker house members. I'll put that as a goal. Um,
Mhm.
let's see, 20 to 40 participants. Put that as a goal.
Well, you changed that because you changed the age group a little bit, which I think is probably more accurate. I just threw that in there as a placeholder.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just make a change to that 18 to 25, ideally 18 to 21. So I'm going to put another goal here is create a template that other on-chain ambassadors can replicate this process using. I think that that's enough. Find 20 to 40 participants, uh, and note may need to onboard 60 to 100 to get 40 people to show up for the on-chain bootcamp. And this is one of the things that we need to do a good job surrounding is our numbers. So let's see. let's do a deliverables section here, and I'm going to just put another task list or check to-do list. So create advertising campaign on social platforms. Platforms, i.e., Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn. And let's just, I would say let's just limit it to those three right now. Those are the three that I think are most fitting, probably in that order as far as uh, the likelihood of us finding the people in the younger demographic. I'm not sure how many people in the 18 to 21-year-old bracket are really on LinkedIn yet. Would you agree with that, I am Lotus?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so um, create advertising campaign. And then the other thing would be to create a uh, webinar slash pitch deck. Um, Finalize on webinar date and times. So, and this is, I'm going to put in here through the lens of Yonk's team, on-chain ambassador, POC for this boot camp. So this is something that want to do, like again, structuring this where the vision is to really have somebody like I'm Lotus for you, for example, when you're ready to potentially host your own. And what's the big public university there in Nashville or in Memphis closest to you?
Say that again. Public
Uh, yeah, what's the big university or school there close to you in Memphis?
University of Memphis.
Yeah, so like if this is something that you would do like potentially when you're ready through imlotus.eth, you would be the one facilitating the conversations, and that's kind of how that wanting to structure this is to get all of the event facilitation done through Yonk's team and then figure out how to potentially amplify it for other people, other ambassadors to promote. So that's kind of the thoughts that going into this. From so like when I create the event using Unlock Protocol for the actual March the 20th event, then this is something that smart contract on Unlock Protocol will be created using yonksteam.eth. And I'll just put yonksteam.eth in there. One of the things too that wanting to do, and let me and I'm gonna put in here blog post blog.yonks.team for the event. Unlock protocol checkout workflow for we own network bundle. That's the $47. Put in here NFT. What else can you think of that is a deliverable on here. I guess that we don't have to finalize everything here tonight. Got a few more minutes left. I feel good with getting some of the goals captured here today. And this is something that, again, going to be planning to be back. I'll take a look here at my calendar for this weekend, but one of the other conversations wanting to do is a tools deep dive surrounding Paragraph, getting this set up with this subdomain. And I might create a breakout piece of content for configuring the settings. I'm not sure if I'll do it here or with another brand because I'm pretty sure that Yonk's team isn't using pork bun, and I would really like to do that with the brand that we've got on pork bun. But anyway, do you have any final thoughts, I am Lotus, before we bring this to a wrap here tonight?
Yeah, just looking forward to getting our thing together. I know we do a little bit every time, but just moving the needle forward, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And I like the additional clarity about really creating a campaign and potentially using different tools or different strategies as far as from an advertising standpoint to get people exposed to what we're building here with We Own and AI agents in 2025 and beyond. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share. We'll be back, like I said, likely here uh, tomorrow night for sure, and then I'll evaluate the schedule here over the weekend. But I'm going to go on mute and let you give us any adieus that you may have, I am Lotus or Tyler.
We'll see you next time. Bye.